We're going to be joined here in the 1 o'clock hour by Jennifer from the Smitten Kitten. If you're listening live on the radio, you just heard the Smitten Kitten ad. And we're so glad to have her in. We're going to have a great conversation about what the Smitten Kitten does and how it connects to religion and all the rest of it, because I think there's not a very healthy conversation between sexuality and religion in our world, and we need to, that needs to be better.
Is she going to bring us a couple of swag bags with stuff from Smitten Kitten?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Okay.
We can check with her in a minute.
All right.
Especially since she's sitting right here.
Yeah.
We'll talk to her in a minute. Well, we end the first hour with a segment that we call Cripes. Come on, you got to be kidding me. These are where we try to raise awareness to things in this world that aren't the way they're supposed to be. Things that make you say, oh, cripes, and you got to be kidding me, come on, and make you plead that the world would be different. Not just because we like complaining.
No.
It's not really about complaining at all.
No.
It's about the yearning for the world to be different than it is. And
it's yearning.
Acknowledge that yearning.
Yes.
That the world doesn't have to be that way, and we're reminded that we have choices to make.
Yeah.
So every time we give out a cripes or come on, or you got to be kidding me, or whatever your particular vernacular of that is, and I know there's some people that have far more colorful versions of that, that they're reminded at the end of their tirade.
Yeah.
Now what am I going to do about it?
That's right.
This always, it's like talking into a mirror.
Yep.
And it's going to bounce right back at you, and you got to say, now what am I going to do? So we come with one of these each week in our own fun little way.
Yeah.
So here we go. The cripes this week goes out to the banks.
Oh.
The banks and these big banks and their new banking regulations and their new banking rules and their new banking FICO scores.
Okay.
I've been on the banks for a year and a half on the show because I think that the money people in this country have lost the public trust.
Yeah.
I think they've just gone off the rails. I think there's tomfoolery and chicanery going on in the financial markets. And I think that the old idea was that people that had money would be backed up by the goodness of all of us through the government, and they would bring about a public benefit.
Yeah.
Not just a stockholder benefit. And I think they've lost it. And with these new FICO scores, they used to measure your credit worthiness based on something that you could determine. And you could even have your own credit check, background check done so you can see where you stand. Now they've come up with an entire new set of criteria for what it takes to get loans. For where you live, what zip code you're in, how often you make deposits into your bank account, how many phone lines you have.
What?
They're using an entire new set of criteria to determine if you're really the kind of people that we can make money off of or not. And now this isn't true of your credit unions, most of them, but they're going to be sucked into this because they have to compete. And I just think, like a few weeks ago, we went after TCF for making $150 million off of fees. Once again, the good folks in the banking industry. Oh, cripes. So I'm gonna call out to the listeners. Every time you drive by a bank and you see one of those, you see an ATM, just under your breath, let out a little, cripes, people. Come on. This can be different. We don't have to turn the finances of industry in this country into the pain that it is for so many people. So they get a cripes. Enough shenanigans and tomfoolery.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to use such harsh language.
I know.
Sorry to be sorry. Okay, so here's the come on. Now, I was coming back from vacation, and I was aglow with the sun, and I was feeling comfortable, and I'd woken up quite early, and I don't sleep well when I have a 7 a.m. flight because, I'm worried all night. So I woke up every hour. So I was a little ornery, but in the glow, right? And I'm on the airplane, and these people get on late, and he's got a big guitar. And he's got to find a place for his guitar. So he has to go past his seat, 4, 5, 6 rows, right past me, and he's got a person with him. And the person with him was the one who's going to get the come on.
Okay.
She's in the aisle. They put his big guitar away. Now they have to make their way back, and she's pulling a bag. But it's kind of clumsy to pull a bag down the aisle, and people's legs are out, and people having to get up and kind of move aside.
Sure.
The entire time, she's eating a bagel. Eating a bagel.
Yeah.
Like, still eating while she's coming down the aisle, and then can't put two hands on her thing because she's got a bagel in her hand, and she's standing there eating. So she's, 18 inches from me, chewing on this bagel. And I just thought,
showering the passengers with crumbs. And
come on. Could you just hold on? I mean, are you that starved that you couldn't just wrap it up in the little napkin that she got there at the Einstein Bagel place? And you couldn't put it away. And it reminded me of people who eat in the midst of public places when nobody else is eating.
Yeah.
And to all of them. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. They really? You're still eting right now? I felt like I was on the Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I just wanted to, I almost said something to her like, could you just wrap the bagel up? Could you just wait the 45 seconds and not be in the middle of the bagel eating? And I think I was really bothered because I didn't have any breakfast. But anyway, I just think all these people who do that kind of thing, All right, so she gets the come on.
Sure.
The Cripes goes out to the banking industry in their tomfoolery and their chicanery, with now changing all the rules on us and hiding them away. And you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me goes out to the city of Minneapolis.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna admit some of this is me. Some of this falls back on me. It's my own fault because I've come home from vacation and I realized that all of my irritating buttons have been reset.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you live in a place like here where the city of Minneapolis just refuses to plow the streets side to side, and this is a top-notch city. This is a world-class city. This is a city that everywhere I travel in this country, and I tell people I'm from Minneapolis, they get a look of honor on their face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great city, I hear, from everybody. And then the people who are in charge of snow plowing in the city have decided to turn it into a podunk little hick snow town by leaving roads one lane wide. Unbelievable. So all that was reset. So I got home from vacation, come into my world-class airport, come into this world-class city, and drive down these streets. And I had to say to myself, really? No one decided at the last mega blizzard that we should put away a little money so that we can plow the streets edge to edge? No one decided that would make sense? Like a snowfall is a big shock? Like you didn't see this thing coming? You have got to be kidding me.
We're totally blindsided.
And I'm telling you, RT, I know this is your call because you're in charge of the budget, but if you don't put together a contingency plan of money that you don't touch just in case we get a lot of snow in Minnesota,
we will put all of the weight of the Not Quite Right network.
Yeah, you don't want Not Quite Right laying on top of you.
That's
here,
right.
Yeah, because when the NQR comes down on you, you're not going to be happy.
You're on notice, buddy.
You're on notice. And you got to be kidding me. And when we lay out a you got to be kidding me to the whole city of Minneapolis, and I know it's not the people of the city, it's the city.
Yeah.
It's down there at City Hall. It's my good friends on the city council. You just got it. You got to be kidding me. And because when I came home looking at white sandy beaches to the white snow on these sides, and I couldn't even get there. Yesterday I tried to go to the Smitten Kitten, and I had to walk about half a block just to get across the street because I couldn't even get out to the street from the sidewalk. I couldn't put my money in the meter because I couldn't get to the meter.
Yeah.
Because you have to put your money in the back side without walking half a block up and then coming back and then trudging through a snow.
You got to be kidding me.
And this was a month ago. You got to be kidding me. Hey, but we're stuck in a world full of cripes. Come on, you got to be kidding me. But that should just drive us to make the world the way we want.
That's right.
Curb to curb is the call. Hey, we're going to be back here with Jennifer, the proprietor of the Smitten Kitten, an advertiser on this show, an advertiser on this station. We're going to chat about that and the connection between religion and sexuality. Conversation that needs to be had on AM 950, the voice of Minnesota.